It's time to speak to some people who are dominating the green space.
Yes.
You know, we talk about going green. There's a lot of talk now globally, especially about sustainability, you know, and not just doing it in talk, but actually putting the action to it, regardless of how small a business you are. How are you thinking green? How are you thinking sustainability? How are you thinking about your environment and all the things that affect us as human beings so that we can live a green life? And so we have SNV Green. They're here this morning. They're going to, you know, tell us about some interesting things that they're doing. If you remember, when we were promoting and talking about This is Ghana last month, SNV Green were one of our partners, one of our sponsors, and they were there, and we saw some of the companies that they have funded or supported, green companies. And really, when you look at it, it doesn't take as much as we like to think it does. And there's some beautiful ladies here who will get us into the conversation.
All right, so
I know
we
you
have
like to
here.
Introduce the ladies.
Well, I will. Genevieve Parker-Chum, she's Senior Incubation and Acceleration Advisor with SNV. We also have Pamela Agboche, who is the CEO, Pamela Chicks Feeds. She's a service recipient as well. Green Acceleration Program. And the winner of Green Innovation Challenge. And then we have Zinatu Adams Suglo, who's the CEO of Numa Foods Scientifics and Services, a recipient of the Green Acceleration Program. Well, ladies, you're all welcome.
Welcome.
Thank you.
All right.
Welcome.
Yeah, so let's delve right into the conversation.
Yes, we should. So, I mean, let's talk a little bit about what SNV does. SNV Netherlands, you know, why you're in Ghana. I know you're in 25 countries and, you know, in total, but why Ghana? What has the experience been like? What are you doing here? And, you know, what are you doing, especially that people need to know about? Okay.
So SNV has been in Ghana since 1992, and
It's a long time.
It's a long time.
30
yes,
years.
Yes. Wow. So SNV has really been working in the poverty reduction space, supporting with economic development, social development, helping the bottom of the pyramid, helping people to find better livelihoods and improve their well-being.
Wonderful.
You've been here for a long time.
Yes, you have. What are, I mean, just if off the top of your head, a couple of success stories that, you know, you hold to your heart.
Yeah. Well, we've usually run through different projects, and we've run some very successful ones. We just closed the Hortifresh program. I'm pretty sure that you've heard about Hortifresh.
Yes.
Did a lot of work in agriculture. We've done 2Scale, which is up in the north currently, also running. We had a P2P, which also looked at the wash sector, water, sanitation and hygiene. These are some very successful projects that we've run in communities, and if you go into the communities now, a lot of work has been done, and it speaks to the efforts that have been put in over the years.
Great. I mean, now it's interesting that you mentioned agriculture. Because, you know, we're talking about SNV. There's green on your T-shirts, SNV green. You know, there's a lot of talk about, you know, the green economy, the circular economy, all that. And I think that a lot of Ghanaians still haven't understood what that means and why it's important for us as individuals. You know, so can you just, I know in simple terms, explain that to us, the green and circular economy, you know, what is it, why is it important?
Yeah. So like I said, just to break it down, our system of production right now, if we wanted to produce this bottle of water, you would typically use the raw materials. You have your water, you have a bottle. I drink the water and then I dispose of the bottle, and that ends it. And so we call that the linear model, because then you just take you take the resource from the environment, you produce, and then you discard it. The circular economy says that as much as possible, we should cut out waste and pollution from our production and consumption process. And so in all that you're doing, how can we extend the life of products for as long as possible? How can we take trash and pollution out of our environment? And so that's, in simple terms, what the green and circular economy is about, looking at how to protect the environment so that the raw materials that we take from the society can have an extended life cycle.
Wonderful. Okay.
Yeah, but I noticed on your T-shirts that you also have, apart from the Green Project, you also have the EU in there as well. Talk to us about your relationship, the partnership between yourself and
the EU is our main sponsor. We
Okay.
also have the Netherlands Embassy also sponsoring the Green Project, and they've been very supportive over the years, and they are partnering with us at SNV and United Nations Capital Development Fund to run the Green Project. So they've been a wonderful partner in helping us, even with the This is Ghana, the EU was part of it as well, helping us to really get into some of these spaces.
Okay.
Now, of course, there are a lot of benefits and beneficiaries from the project and so on. So let's talk to some of your experiences that you've had here. Maybe you want to share with us the whole experience, getting supported in what you're doing.
Okay, so
is yours the Numa food project?
so
That's
that's-
yours.
yeah,
Okay,
so
we'll come to you in just a little bit. Let's talk. To
okay, so I run Pamela Chicks and
Pamela
Feeds.
Chicks.
We basically reduce the risk in poultry farming, and so when we joined the Green Acceleration Program, we were not properly structured, and so after the program, we were able to structure, draw up our growth strategy, have our market research done, and that has really boosted our increased our demand. Before the acceleration program, we were doing about 5,000 to 8,000.
Okay.
And as we speak now, I have a deficit of 62,000 beds I have to produce for people.
Wow.
Yeah. So the structuring your business has been the difference, has made the difference, and SNV Ghana has really impacted.
So basically, it's not just helped you in terms of your skill, but it's also helped you in terms of finding the right market
Yes,
for
and
your
yes, and also I took part in the Green Innovation Challenge,
And
which
you won.
yes, which I got 100,000 Ghana cedis
Okay.
to set up a feed processing company, which we've done now. It was part of our growth strategy, which we had to do in 2024 by
But
Yeah.
you've
You've
done
done it
it
ahead of
in
time.
2 years ahead of time.
And
Congratulations.
that's been something phenomenal. Yeah.
Congratulations. And I think what you're doing is important, and doing it the green way even more so.
Yeah.
We've been talking a lot about poultry and reducing our imports
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
being able to produce enough birds to satisfy the demand so that we don't have to do that.
Yeah.
And thank you for all that you're doing, and of course, SNV Green
Yeah.
for
Yes.
supporting that effort.
Zinatu, what about you? Talk to us about your experience.
My experience with SNV has been very wonderful. I usually say that they have held my hands since, because I graduated from my incubation hub in January.
Okay.
But then,
January
This year?
2022.
yes, this year.
Okay.
But they've still been with us, keeping in touch, helping us network with other businesses. And I remember when they came to my place to do due diligence, Mr. Thomas mentioned that I was doing production, but I wasn't running a business.
Wow.
Because I'm a food scientist, and so it comes easy to develop products. But like Pamela mentioned, the structuring of the business to make sure you're making money, and not just because you have a passion for something.
Yeah.
Yes, and SNV has been very, very helpful in that.
That's wonderful.
Yes.
Yeah. So where are you now, business-wise?
Okay, so
Between January and now, what have some of the wins been for you?
okay, so I used to have just the Fiberlicious.
Okay.
That's a high fiber fruit meal, but now I have another product that I have introduced based on the support from SNV with regards to marketing the product, doing the market research, like Pamela also mentioned. Yes.
All right. So you have a trade show, regional trade show. Talk to us about that. What is it exactly, and what can people expect to experience?
So the trade show is a platform for the SMEs, the green SMEs that we've been working with, to give them some exposure and to demonstrate to the world that it is possible to be concerned about the environment or to take out waste from the environment and use it for something that is economically viable. And so we are going to be demonstrating a lot of their products. We have SMEs. Pamela, what she didn't say about the feed is that she's producing feed for her birds from agricultural products. and
Okay.
these it gives her very high quality birds that she's able to sell, and so she's doing very well because of that feed that she's doing. And people are struggling with feed for their poultry, but she's not. Zinatu is taking waste from like fruit juice producers, and then she's making fiberlicious out of it. So something that would have gone waste is now being used into something useful. We have those who are using agricultural waste to produce organic fertilizers. We have those who are turning plastics into furniture, even car tires that we would typically burn. People are using them to make furniture, you know, and all of these things are going to be brought out to showcase to the world that let's not litter and pollute our environment. There's economic value in the things that would have gone waste.
What are the dates for the events?
So we are starting in Kumasi tomorrow, running till Sunday, and then we move to Takoradi. We are in Kumasi. We are at the Kumasi Mall. So starting at 9 a.m. tomorrow till 7 p.m. each day till Sunday. And then in Takoradi we start on the 4th, next week Tuesday, and we end on the 9th.
Okay, what's the venue in Takoradi?
In Takoradi is a Takoradi Mall.
Takoradi Mall. So Kumasi Mall
And then
and then
Takoradi
Takoradi Mall. Okay, wonderful. Who are the sponsors and partners for the trade show?
So to do this, we've been very lucky to have the Association of Ghana Industries join us. We have the Ghana Enterprises Agency, the Ghana Exports Promotion Agency. So, and then GIPC as well, Ghana Investment Promotion Center. They've all joined.
All the big players.
Yeah.
All the big
We
players.
have
And then we
everybody.
have
I'm so happy to
Citi
hear that.
FM has also partnered with us on this. They're giving us a lot of mileage. And then Otek FM in Kumasi and Connect FM in Takoradi, they are helping us as well.
Wonderful.
Super.
So how can people find, I'm sure there are a lot of people who may have started a green business, you know, how can they get in touch with SNV? Where can they find out more information?
Yeah. So we are on social media at SNV Ghana, but then also they can send us an email, greengana@snv.org, or any of our partner hubs. So we have partner hubs in Ashanti region and the Western region. The Upper Workspace in the Western region. We have SC Hub, in the Western region as well. And then U Hub in Takwa. In Kumasi, we have Women's Haven and Recycle Up Ghana. These are all partners who help us to support the SMEs. And then we have InnoHub in Accra, where Zinatu and Pamela attended.
Okay, wonderful.
They can go there for more information about the program.
So SNV,
SNV Ghana.
SNV Ghana on social media. SNV Ghana. Don't forget SNV Ghana.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I want to say a big thank you to all of you, to Genevieve, to Pamela, to Zinatu. Thank you very much for coming through.
Thank you for having us.
Okay. Well, we'll take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. There's more to come on Breakfast Daily.